Check, check, check.
I hear you.
All right, let's get going. Big G, what's up, man?
What up, my boy?
Welcome everybody to a DMG podcast live stream. Basically, today we're going to talk about is Dragon Age The Veilguard. We're going to break down what we've seen so far, our thoughts, and Grant will give his thoughts also, but we'll go from there. What you been up to, man? What's up?
I said you got a lot of thoughts on it. I can tell.
Yeah, I got.
I can
a
tell
lot
when
of
you get
thoughts.
really passionate. When you get a little passionate about things, I can tell.
Well, you know, we'll get to that. Okay,
right.
But I'll get to a lot of good stuff too that I've seen. Because
I just noticed I have like garden clippers in the corner of my.
why do you have
People
garden
think
clippers?
I'm weird. I don't know, man.
Okay. Well, guys, please like and subscribe to our Twitter. Check out our YouTube where we have podcasts. I think we have 10 episodes now, right, Grant? So you can check out our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all other podcast platforms.
Wherever you get podcasts,
Yeah,
doesn't really matter.
that's right. All right, guys. Let's get down to it. Grant, what is your thoughts on the Xbox showcase when it came to the trailer, when they played the gameplay of the Dragon Age?
I had mixed feelings. It didn't feel like a Dragon Age game. I'll be honest with you.
Well, yeah.
It didn't. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was kind of a hero FPS, and, it kind of had that look to it, but, we'll get to it. Okay, so first off, let's break down the backstory. All right, it's set primarily in Minthra Lois. I can't pronounce that.
Well, you better say it right.
Yeah, all right.
It'll come at you.
That's right. The capital city of Tevinter, and basically it takes shortly after Inquisition, basically where all the DLCs left off in that game. So we also have Solus back. He's going to be serving as the main antagonist, and you'll be playing a new character and the protagonist, nicknamed Rook, basically gathering your allies and going from there. From what we getting,
What kind of name is that? What kind of name is that, though?
I don't know, man.
They didn't put too much thought into it.
Not at all. So the game takes the series back to its dark origins, while focusing on the 7 main companions.
Did it really, though? That's the question.
Yeah. So, Xbox Showcase, they actually showed gameplay, a pretty extended look at it. It's basically, it was the first trailer of the gameplay, but it basically takes the players into kind of the beginning point of the game, and you get a brief glimpse of all the dialogue choices and some of the combat. Now, I'm guessing that guy was like a rogue or something, of course, and it showed you all the skills and showed you how your teammates, basically the AI taking over your companions and how they reacted to things in the game. But the trailer mainly focuses on the melee attacks of the rogue and basically just darting around, slicing up enemies, dashing in between them, and showing some skills that are at your disposal.
That's because the rogue is always the best character to play.
Yeah, well, we'll get to the character creation. We'll get to that. All right, so also, then later on in the trailer, it kind of skips forward to Solus's hideout. Here you see kind of like range combat and elemental attacks like lightning and stuff like that. You also get to see the forest, Arthalon Forest, which is basically outside the main city where the game starts. And then you have a fight against, I guess, what was it called? The Pride Demon?
The Pride Demon.
Yeah. So you get to fight the Pride Demon at the end of the trailer. And basically during this fight, it shows like the tactical options in the game. You can choose your abilities, and then it goes into like more in-depth character systems and how your actions, basically like your dialogue choices, how that can affect your choices in the game, whatever you choose, how the story plays out, and definitely how story plays out with the companions. All right, Grant, character creation. Let's go over some things. All right, so
All right.
you got 4 classes from what we've seen. is human, elf, Kunari, and dwarf. And I guess
Dwarf.
yeah, dwarf.
Isn't that little guy that used to be on TV? He was like the little guy who played baseball, and he was always falling over and stuff. Dwarf knows baseball or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they said that they fixed some hair issues from the last Inquisition. I don't know if you played
Oh,
the last game. You have more options in the hair choices, like longer hair options.
Oh, great! I can't wait.
Yeah. And then you get to basically picking your class. All right, so let's go over some classes. First, we'll go over the rogue, which I'm sure you'll be excited about.
That's who I'll play, yes.
Okay.
If I play this game.
Yeah, so the rogue, you have all 4 choices as a race. You can wear medium armor. You have weapon type is bow or dual-wield daggers. They have, right now, I think there's 3 specializations that you can choose from, which is duelist, saboteur, and the Veil Ranger. Basically, like the Veil Ranger, I think, is your range, and
Think?
yeah, I do think. Your duelist is your agile, dual-wielding class, and saboteur is like doing traps and all that stuff.
Yeah. That's probably what I would do.
What, saboteur?
Yep.
Okay, you got a little saboteur in you?
That's how I live my life, man.
Okay.
One trap at a time.
Yeah, so the next class is mage. They really didn't. We don't have information on their specializations unless they released them recently. Potentially like necromancer and a few others. But I'm sure there'll be other categories that you can go into.
They're going to make it. They're going to make it just like every other necromancer, pyromancer, ice mancer, or whatever. You know, that's basically they're going to end up doing that.
Yeah, you saw some ice skills. So yeah, I'm assuming they're going to like add those in as a class, part of the class.
It's not going to be anything unexpected. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. Now we're going to get to the main class, the best class.
Oh god.
The only class anyone should be playing, honestly, is the warrior. Now listen to me. If I can't pick like a grizzled veteran-looking guy, basically like 6'5", around my height, good build, and with a 2-handed sword, I don't want to play the game, Grant. I just do not want to play it. But from what I heard, it is. Yeah, 2-handed swords, they got it, and the sword and shield, they got that.
Okay.
So they do have the 2-handed sword option. But I don't want to play what they had in that trailer. You know what I'm saying? I want to play, if this is an RPG and I get to pick how I want to play it, hopefully there's good character customization. There needs to be, honestly. Hopefully we get.
You're scared they're going to screw this up, aren't you? You're scared they're going to screw the warrior up, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll get to that. So anyway, character customization, that's really important, I think, in any RPG, like a Dragon Age, similar to Dragon Age. It's really important. So hopefully we get to see like a trailer breakdown of them creating characters and different types of characters, and maybe a later trailer down the road. And we get to see, good customization options. It can fit anyone, any way they want to, how they want to look, or who they want to be, and everything like that. But yeah, I'm going in with 2-handed sword and cutting up folks. That's my gameplay. All right.
So you think until you find out that that's not possible.
Yeah,
you're gonna be be hurt. You're gonna be like, you remember when Don Corleone was like, "Look how they massacred my boy." That's gonna be you.
Shut up. Don't be hurting my feelings like that, man. All right. So I hope it's not that. You know what I mean? Like, I hope you can create a, like, we're 40, Grant. We're in our 40s.
I'll be 40 this year.
When I make a character,
yet.
I don't want to make a guy who looks like he just got out of puberty, like they showed in the fucking trailer. You know what I mean? I don't want to create a character like that.
Are you gonna be able to like create their cock size like in Baldur's Gate?
No idea, dude. No idea.
Oh god.
All right. So let's get down to the companions.
All right.
So I think you start out with, I think there's 7 main companions in the game. Basically like all of them belong, I guess, some side story to each one of the factions available in the game also. The first character is called Harding. You see him in the trailer. Basically, he is like a Dwarven scout, and basically has a bow and I guess unexpected magical powers. But Harding is interesting. But I'm assuming she's going to. I mean, because I think she is from the last Dragon Age. I know the other one of the characters from the last Dragon Age, but she should be. I mean, I don't know. She was cool in the last one. The other guy was cool in the last one. Hopefully, they do their characters right in this one.
Yeah.
The other one is Neve, basically a detective. Basically is like a private detective, member of the Tevinter's rebellious shadow dragons. Then
Not
you
a
got
detective, like Sherlock Holmes.
yeah, I think she. I mean, her character design was fine, but I'm not sure how that plays into being a detective. I'm not sure how that plays into the story. But the next character is Emmerich, which is that old-looking necromancer guy you saw in the trailer.
He's cool.
Yeah. So basically, he's a member of the Navarre's Morn Watch, and he has like a skeletal assistant, Manfred, and he can just do anything necromancy like. But the trailer he looked kind of interesting too, I think, as a character. We'll see. But one thing good about all these companions, I guess, is they are all very different. So you don't get like you won't get like the same dialogue. I mean, Dragon Age Inquisition was like this, with a lot of the people that you could, I guess you could call them companions. But people that was in that game, they were all, some of them were kind of the same, but this one is like every single companion is completely different. And that's one thing to look forward in this game. Next, you got Tosh, which is a dragon hunter.
That sounds.
I don't know if what he is, she is, whatever. I don't know what this character is, but the
Careful.
Dragon Hunter is basically allied with the Lords of Fortune in this one. And the Lords of Fortune is, of course, a faction you can play. He lives for adventure and doesn't mind, or he, she. Uh-oh. He, she, better get it right. Who lives for adventure and doesn't mind taking risks.
They.
Yeah, they. There you go. They.
Let me correct the pronouns for you, buddy.
Yeah, please do. I'm sure people that
you were
respond to
getting
this.
yelled
Yeah, whoever responds, they'll definitely correct it. They'll be
that
quick
one person,
too.
Hey, that one person, you didn't even look. I'm just that one YouTube video you made. Somebody said, "I'm sorry, we're just trying to exist." Like you didn't even say anything wrong.
Yeah, what was I talking about? I was just talking about a game, wasn't
I don't even know. Like you're talking about a game, and the guy just came out of nowhere and said, "I'm sorry, I'm just trying to exist."
Listen, man, you can hurt people's feelings pretty quickly, so you just got to watch out. People are so sensitive now.
God, man, and I don't think they were born. I don't think they were born sensitive. I think they just become sensitive over time.
Grown ass people too. All right,
Man.
so that was Tosh. Who's next? Davrin, the Warden. Now this character actually looked pretty cool. So I was thinking, so he's part of the Grey Wardens, but he was the guy with the sword and shield in the trailer, the companion with the sword and shield. He actually looked pretty cool. Now, I mean, that's kind of like my kind of character that I play anyway. Tank class or melee class. But tight, really cool. Yeah, best classes there are, honestly.
I like to call that easy mode. That's what I like to call it.
Nah, brother. Yeah,
put that on. If you pick a warrior and play it on Novus,
all responsibility falls to the tank, brother.
That's what it is. Novus class.
Yeah, but overall, Davrin, he looks cool. I give them that. So, only problem is like, if you're playing this as an RPG, and you want to, you're basically creating your own story. You create your, basically character, and you can create an RPG your own way. And so when I look at Dragon Age and stuff like that, when you're creating your own RPG, you should be able to mix and match your companions how you want. Because supposedly in this game, you're going to have, I guess, if you don't romance one character, then they automatically start romancing each other. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's one of those games, huh?
Yeah. So, but they also don't have any preference. So they could be romancing whoever. Me, if I'm playing an RPG, if I'm, I'm wanting, let's say, Dovrin on my team, we're meleeing together. I got my two-handed sword. We're going at things. And
turning to Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, well, you're creating a bromance. We want to go to the bar and stuff, right? Go to the tavern. Have a beer. But then all of a sudden you turn around and he becomes a bottom in the game.
And he's playing with your dong.
Well, you have the choices, so remember that. All right, Grant.
What happens if you have no game though? What if you can't? What if you can't get nobody?
Yeah, I don't know. So, but yeah, so the game is basically you have the choice to choose who you want to romance in this game. But the companions, if you don't romance, you pick one and then you don't romance any of the other ones, then they actually romance randomly together. They randomly choose each other, and through the game you'll see them, I guess, developing a basically relationship with each other. If you choose not to romance, whatever ones you don't choose to romance. So the RPG element is kind of taken out of the window because you really I don't think you have a choice on that. If they really want to solve this debate, why don't you just make it a choice in the settings? Like for each character. Correct. Like this character is going to be more involved with this character, and you can choose, and then you choose which one you're going to romance. You know what I mean? They would solve so much instead of like,
that's true.
Because it kind of ruins the fantasy. Like if I want like a partner in crime, right? A guy, basically like a battle brother, right?
Well, I understand.
And then, let's say, take you for example, Grant.
Oh God, don't put me in. Don't put me in this. Do not.
So take you for example.
All right.
If I treat Davern like that's, he's gonna be my best friend in this gameplay, right? In this game.
Okay.
He's gonna be my best friend. We're gonna be boys. We're gonna go after the enemy, kill a bunch of people, go to the tavern, have a beer or two, and then
look for women, not each other.
And look for women, right? That's how I would play my RPG out.
Correct.
Now, everyone else can play their RPG out however they want to.
However they want to.
That's your game. It's your life. And it's your
playthrough. Money on it.
But then all of a sudden, Davern goes off and gets butt fucked by one of the characters. It kind of ruins the RPG element of it. Because that battle brother kind of...
Oh man!
Turns into something else. So
or he's with you next thing you know, he's got his finger up your ass. Like...
Yeah. So I don't know, man. If they wanted to solve this thing, just do the settings. Let the player choose what they want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean that's how it is.
Don't leave it up to AI because we know who the creators are. You know what I mean?
I mean, even in Baldur's Gate, you had choices.
Well, yeah, you had the ultimate choice. Exactly.
I mean, I didn't go to camp till everybody was naked.
Oh, really? Is that how you played the game?
I played the game. It's the only way to play the game.
Yeah. So I think they just mess with the settings, allow players to choose what they want in their game, in their playthrough, as playing whatever character they choose to create. You know what I mean? All right. Enough about that. All right. So who else do we have? We have Bellara. Yeah, the Veil Jumper.
Sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
Yeah, she is let's see, she's part of Veil Jumpers, and she loves uncovering ancient secrets. So I guess that's going to be your big adventurer.
Like an archaeologist?
Companion. I don't know. But the way the game looks, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a big adventure, honestly. From
Oh, it looks like a
from
good
the
game.
trailers I've seen, it's going to look like a pretty big adventure, and I'm going to play it, honestly.
I'm gonna play it too.
You know, I'm not going to play it day one. I want to wait like a
I don't know how
week.
long I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, I'll
You know me,
probably
I
wait
play
a
games
week
slow
and
anyway.
listen to what people say about the game before spending $70 on it. But anyway, the game looks very good. So let's go to the last companion, Lucanus, the mage killer. All right, so
Cool name.
yeah, cool name, cool looking character too. I mean, he looked all right. But anyway, he has a descends from the bloodline of the House of Crows, and basically criminal organization renowned throughout Thedas. But so that's
That's who
kind of
I'd
like
want on my
his
team.
faction.
That's who I'd want. That's who
Yeah,
I'd pick.
yeah, pretty
I
cool
don't know.
character.
Hold on. Now I'm afraid I have to pick a woman. like I feel like
Yeah.
I
Hey,
feel like I'm kind of
Grant,
back into a corner here.
Grant, it's your choice, buddy. It's your choice.
Well,
So you can
I'm
be
gonna have to
whatever
choose
you
one.
want.
Man,
You can be a bottom or a top. Anyway, so let's go to Shadow Dragons, the first of our factions, actually. So we'll go through the factions real quick and then wrap it up.
all right.
All right, so Shadow Dragons are basically a group operating out of Tevinter that help freed slaves, basically escaping their former captors. Neve, or Naive, or Neve,
You wouldn't be a
whatever.
good dungeon master.
No, I would not. She belongs to this faction and primarily is made up of middle class Tevinter citizens and former slaves. And that's the Shadow Dragons. Next are the Grey Wardens. That's what I'm talking about. An order of warriors that safeguard status from Darkspawn and the Blight.
If you want to be easy mode,
Yeah.
play easy.
Yeah. Anyway, they operate out of fortress in Anderfels. Dalish Elf Danverin, the cool-looking character, the only cool-looking character in my opinion. Davrin is actually part of this group. He's a Grey Warden. Guy with the sword and shield, of course. But,
Lame.
tight. Anyway, so now we just go to the Antivin Crows, an elite organization of thieves and assassins. There you
That's
go,
it.
Grant.
This is for experienced players only.
Yeah, those their headquarters is in Ativa City. They're currently led by Caterina de la Morte, the grandmother of Lucanus, one of the Rook's
And
companions.
she's a woman. There we go.
Well, that's good.
It
And
writes itself.
but Lucanus is part of this faction. And then you got the Lords of Fortune, which are basically treasure seekers from Ravane, who engage in perilous adventures in search of riches. I think Tosh. Yeah, Tosh is a part of this faction. And then we have the Morn Watch. Basically, like, as soon as, I guess, you can just pick one of these factions as soon as you start playing the game, which is pretty cool, Play, I guess, you might get unique quests involved with this. It helps you maybe romance certain companions when you pick them, or, just, I don't know. I'm assuming they're going to add that in the game, but there hasn't been much talk about it. Next one is the Morn Watch of Nevera, a group within their elite guardians of the Grand Necropolis. Emrich, the necromancer, belongs to this one. And now we have the last one, the Veil Jumpers, alliance of Dalish elves and outsiders operating in Arlathan, who have banded together to deal with growing threat in the Arlathan forest. And Bolera is your companion that matches with this faction. Okay, enough of that. So, my synopsis. I will be playing this game.
You sound like you're giving a science fair project. My synopsis. Well, actually.
Well, it is my synopsis. So, anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to be playing this game. Just because I was kind of turned off from the artwork at first. Really didn't remind me of a Dragon Age game. But I think I'm going to give it a chance. It looks pretty good. The trailer looked really good. I don't know about the combat. I've seen better combat from games that have released actually this year and last year when it comes to RPGs. But we haven't seen everything. You know what I mean? We just saw a trailer with a few moves in there. And I really want to see, that two-handed sword stuff. But I probably will play it eventually and just see how it is. What about you, G?
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. I'm going to play it too. I think the overreaction. I'm not going to say overreaction, but I mean, there's a lot of reaction to how the characters look, and yeah, they're ugly as shit. I mean, she looks like Buzz Lightyear. They're ugly, but I'm looking past that for the actual gameplay. You know what I mean? That's not going to be my deciding factor if I play the game or not. You know, I'm not going to be like, yeah, she's ugly, so I'm not going to play it. No, I'm not doing that. The game could still be really good. Um, it has a I agree with you on the combat. The combat looked, I don't know, something. It just kind of, I don't know. I can't clunky. Maybe I don't know if that's the
Well,
word
I
I'm
mean,
looking for.
like, I don't know. I mean, it's like the beginning of the game though, so you're not going to have like uber skills, and
Yeah,
you're
that's
not
true.
you're low level, so you're just starting out. I mean, it didn't look bad, but I mean, like Final Fantasy 16 had better looking
I mean,
combat.
maybe they were playing it on the Xbox. Who
Oh,
knows?
look what I just said. Yep, Final Fantasy 16 had better looking combat. Tell me
Yeah,
I'm
it did.
wrong.
Yeah, right. I think they're playing it on Xbox. If they were playing it on PS5, it'd probably look a lot better.
Okay, buddy. PS5 fan over here.
Nah,
All right,
man.
so but yeah, so I don't think. I mean, I'm just gonna have to see more. They'll release more footage of the game. I mean, it looks like a beautiful game. It's a beautiful game with the artwork and everything
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
it's gonna be fine, man. That's the thing. It's gonna be good. I think
Yeah,
people are overreacting on the first impressions weren't great just because they didn't put out a good first impression. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fine, man. Play the game, enjoy the game, play what you want to play. That's my thing. You know,
yeah. Well,
I'm a
exactly.
gaming I'm a gaming fan. You know, it's if it does, as long as it doesn't look like Atari 2600, I'm good to go. Though I
Oh,
would kind of,
you didn't like
I,
Pong? What's wrong with
nah,
Pong,
dude.
man?
I played. Let me tell you something, man. I played Pitfall, and you know that all you have to do is go to the left, and you're at the last level, the last screen.
Yeah,
That was basically it.
yeah. But all right. Anyway, so yeah, Dragon Age. I'm definitely gonna play it. Um, I'm an RPG guy. I love RPGs, so I'm gonna play it, and we'll see how it is. Honestly, see how it is. Again, hopefully, just more trailers, more footage, more stuff. Show us more stuff from the game, man. And hopefully they'll
I mean,
show
how
it.
can you fuck up Dragon Age, man? I mean, I'm sure you could, but I mean,
I'm
it
not
would,
sure, man.
you would have to really try to. That's the thing. Like, you're really gonna have to like really shit on it to mess this up.
Yeah, Inquisition was really good. I mean, they got a lot of stuff to live up to. So hopefully they do.
Like, this is a game you would have to screw up on purpose. Like, you have to know that you're
You
doing
really,
that.
yeah. I mean, it's a major title. Everyone
Yeah,
loves
that's
Dragon
what I'm
Age.
saying.
All RPG
That's what I'm
lovers
saying.
love Dragon Age. Do not fuck this up.
I mean,
Honestly, if they fuck
nowadays
this up, they're gonna be. It's gonna be hard to climb out of that.
there's about a
Honestly,
30% chance they could.
yeah. And but yeah, the character creation too is one of my main things. I hope they show that, like an in-depth look at the character creation before the game releases. But who knows?
Yep.
Um, you got anything else, brother?
No, man. I wish Capcom would come up with another Breath of Fire.
Yeah, that would be
I keep
nice.
saying, keep beating that drum.
Y-
Other than that,
Yeah, that's kind of one thing I was expecting Capcom to actually do was to release like a, you know, probably a roadmap of RPGs they're working on. Maybe that'd be really good, like a Breath of Fire remakes.
any one of them, just remake one,
One,
please, for the
two,
love of
three. I don't
God.
care. Just
Yeah,
preferably two.
preferably two.
Preferably two. But
Yeah. I actually thought it was going to be really Resident Evil heavy, which I'm glad it wasn't.
yeah, I
Don't get me
thought
wrong, I like Resident Evil. I just think that they've put their focus on the last, it's either been Street Fighter or Resident Evil. Those have been the. I mean, come on, we got Mega Man. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff, man. Like,
yeah, Capcom, man, they got a ton of titles. They got so much to work with. Do something. But anyway, dude, let's wrap it up. So, hey guys, please check out our podcast. We have 10 episodes out already. We deep dive into retro games. We talk all Tomb Raider. We
we make
talk
fun of
all
each other.
exactly all the time. Uh, we talk a lot of recent news, but a lot of our episodes involved. We did a deep dive in Chrono Trigger. We did a Resident Evil episode. What else have we done?
Castlevania, Mega Man,
Castlevania. Yeah, we broke down Castlevania, some lore and stuff like that on one of our
Tomb
podcasts.
Raider.
Yeah, but and
One of
last
those people is still having the conversation that we muted on Twitter.
yeah, and usually after every
Twitter.
gaming like convention, we immediately release a podcast the next day. We did one on Summer Games Fest, and we did one on Xbox Showcase, kind of like our
Check it out because we go through every game. So.
That's right. And you also can catch some of our streams. We do stream games every now and then. I'll post some Diablo content. Octopath Traveler himself over there
It's me.
is playing
it's me.
some. You playing the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
PS5 though.
Yeah, I'm playing the second one. It's good. Honestly, both of them are really good.
They're real good.
Yeah. Oh, what did you say? You said PS5?
Okay,
I mean, you can play it on any system, buddy. There's only
only way to go.
PS5.
There's only one right answer here.
Man, I tell you what, y'all, it's insane. Like this console crap, it doesn't make sense.
I don't
to
have
me.
a good. Yeah, I'm really mad because I don't have a good PC. That's what it is. I'm just taking. So I have to pick a side, like the Bloods and the Crips. I'm living in downtown Compton, and I got to pick a side.
Well, I mean, like, does it matter? I mean, yeah, PS5 has a lot of great games. They have more first party games than Xbox does, but
I really wish
I
had
like
a good
Halo.
PC.
I like Gears of War. I like Horizon. I like it's a lot of the Final Fantasy games that are already on PS5.
Bipartisan guy over here.
I'm just letting you know. I like
love
them.
it all. No, I get it.
I'm a
man.
gamer,
I
bro.
don't have an Xbox. I don't have an Xbox. I'm
I'm
sure
a
I
gamer.
would if I had
That's
one.
all it
If I had
boils
one,
down to it is I'm a gamer.
if I had
And
one,
I'll
Uncle
play
Money
whatever
Bags.
game on whatever system.
If I had one, Scrooge McDuck over here.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I was thinking about, I saw DuckTales 2 on a emulator the other day. I was thinking about downloading it.
Dude, that's a good game.
Yeah.
DuckTales 1 is fantastic.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap it up. Please like and subscribe. YouTube, Twitter. Check out all of our socials posted on our Twitter page. And please go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any other podcast app, and watch.
Hey, leave us a review. You can talk bad about me. You can call me names. Just leave a 5-star review. I really don't care.
Leave that 5-star review. Yeah, talk shit on Grant and then just leave a 5-star.
Please, it's cool. It's cool. It doesn't hurt. You can't hurt my feelings.
It's cool and funny.
That's right. I just cry at night when nobody's around.
All right, guys. That's our wrap of Dragon Age The Veilguard. We will be playing it, but there are some reserves. Quite a bit of reserves, but we will be playing it. All right, Grant. See you, man.
All right. Peace.
Peace.